Hello YouTubers now. This has been 5 weeks in the waiting to get this little box here. Now, if there's any children watching, I have to say, avert your eyes now, because this is just pure porn. This is going to be that bad that when YouTube see this video, they're going to delete it, because it's just pure adulterated porn. Now, I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know what's in it.
Suffice to say that he's very excited, and to be honest, I am too.
5 fucking weeks. 5 weeks. Now, are you ready?
Oh wait, I wish I wasn't holding the camera. Oh, but I have to do my duty.
You said duty.
Ah.
Now, just receipts and stuff.
Wait,
we'll look at that.
We'll zoom in at the foamy stuff first.
Now we have.
Look at that,
one.
Frodo. Look at the history, Frodo.
We should have 2 of these, but I can only see one at the minute.
Oh, these.
So, we have Frodo 3000s brake series. Unbelievable brakes. Now,
They have some serious operating temperature.
what we have here now should be a bell. There it is, 1 bell. Oh, that just weighs nothing. Just absolutely weighs nothing. Another bell. There's one showing that.
What brand are the brakes, Leon?
They are a high spec.
High spec brakes, okay.
There's the other.
Oh, lovely.
So, we've got spares. But this stuff's going to go everywhere. Alright, let's open it. Another. These are the biggest brakes you can possibly get to fit underneath a 13-inch wheel. Even the AP racing brakes aren't as big as these. These are a few mil bigger. They're a mil wide, a mil thicker, and 2 mil bigger than the AP racing brakes. Now,
What is that? What? Okay, that's just foam, is it?
No, it's
Let's
not
zoom in on the foam. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that foam. It's all racing foam. Look, oh, look at that.
should be.
Oh, no, it's more than foam.
Should be. Connects the caliper. And it is. Look at that.
Oh yes, an adapter plate. It's
just
fat, isn't it?
It's just porn. It should be banned. I can't believe I'm going to get away with putting this video on YouTube. This is just pure porn. I'm going to get a visit from the porn police.
High spec. Oh yeah. Well, like that's no real shock for you. You get visits from porn police all the time.
Oh, I do, yeah. So it's when you get caught in the middle that's the problem.
That's it.
Now, so that's just the brakes. That's the bells and that's the fittings. So now,
Get rid of some of that. Oh, look at that.
well, I'll leave that for a second.
What is that? Oh yeah.
Let's do this first.
High spec brakes. 5 weeks we've been waiting. 5 weeks. I thought they wouldn't come.
Well, there's a slight problem because we've only got 1 disc. No, the bottom of the box. Oh, fuck you know. The same colour as the bottom of the box. Now, like I said, this is the biggest disc you can possibly get to fit under a 13-inch wheel.
And if they're going on a Mk1 Mexico.
Look at
Mk1
the
Escort
size of
Mexico. No, hold on, I'll get a good zoom in. Look at that, that is mad. That is mad.
That is a huge disc. Like I said, thicker and bigger than AP racing brakes. Now, there's 2 of them. But this is where we get down to the proper porn. This is where the children, you'll have to pause the video and ask your parents permission. Because this is just nothing to them. Absolutely nothing to them. 5 weeks, hand built. Fucking waiting.
I think they came from Germany, I'm not sure. Oh, look at that. Look at that, huh? Turn it on the side there, yeah. Oh, 4 piston, excellent. And how much does it weigh?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
I mean, I can't even. The pads way more than the caliper.
Isn't that mad?
It weighs about the same as that, believe it or not. I know you can't really.
Now,
What can we get? This bowl of water weighs a lot more than this.
oh yes, okay, that was fantastic.
Is that good enough, is it? Look at that. Just porn. Just porn. So another one here. Oh, just look at it. Lift to remove.
Hold it up there, yeah. Excellent.
Now let's look what these look like. These should be.
Now, if you want to do a contrast, they're Ferodo. How do you pronounce it? Ferodo?
Further, yeah.
Ferodo
I think
Racing.
so.
What are they? Something 3000?
D3000 or S.
GS 3000, I think.
Something like that, yeah.
Let me give it a look. We'll give it a close up here. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
You can see the gold flakes through them, look.
it's fantastic.
These are really sticky, designed for a lot of heat and pure
Now,
stopping power.
the reason they're fantastic for braking, but if you want to do a contrast, I in my own caliper, I'm running yellow. I haven't this prepared for the camera at all, but I'm running EBC yellow braking pads. Now, they haven't been bedded in at all yet, but these would be longer lasting, but still a race pad, you know. Yeah, I mean, but obviously, like, there's going to be more power for braking in the Ferodo, but the EBC
These last longer. These won't last nowhere near as long, but that's what you sacrifice if you want pure performance.
And when I was buying the pads for my own car, I had considered these Ferodo 3000.
Come.
I didn't do my makeup at all. Anyway, so I didn't consider.
Come round because you're washing out because of the sun.
I didn't consider. I did consider these pads. They're fantastic, but they just wouldn't last long enough for me. And when I'm on a track day, I don't really want to be concerned about changing brake pads if I can help it, and if I can get good performance and I don't want to be changing. It's the cost. It's the
Because I think they're like 120, 130 sterling or something for them discs.
They're fantastic.
Them discs, them pads there.
DS 3000 it says. DS 3000. They're fantastic.
Do they smell nice?
I got no smell whatsoever. Mine smell a bit more. Mine has a sort of a minty fresh. Yours, Frodo didn't even bother.
Didn't even bother
with
now.
the fragrance.
No.
I'm chuffed. I'm absolutely.
What do you think of that disc?
I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked how big it is.
Huge it is.
It's incredible. You know what I'm gonna laugh? I'm gonna laugh if these fucking wheels don't fit. See these wheels here? Look at this. Look, it's gonna be tight.
I'm sure it's meant to be. She'll fit.
I'll be laughing my ass off at Leon. If these wheels don't fit over these bricks, I will
They're
laugh.
Minotaur wheels, they'll fit.
I will laugh.
Now, it does bear in mind that you won't fit these brakes on standard 13-inch wheels. If you've got mini lights or something like that, they will not fit. These are Minotaurs, so Minotaurs are actually cut out more.
Wow, that is so light. Wow.
Now, you explain how light that is then, if my analogy of a bowl of water wasn't right.
They don't weigh. They weigh this probably the same as a bag of sugar.
Oh, they weigh less, I'd say. Doesn't feel like as heavy as a bag of sugar. It'd be close to it though.
Close to it, very close. I mean, they're incredible. I can't even believe how light they are. Yeah.
Put two pads in your hand and tell me if the two pads.
Two pads would probably weigh the same as this caliper. It's shocking, shocking.
All 4 of them are heavier.
What's going on here? You have a lot of pads here.
Yeah, 2 sets.
So, how do you mean? Do you have to have...
No, I bought a spare set.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, right, okay. Sorry, I thought you had to put 4 sets of pads in one.
How you think I'm going to do that?
I don't know, sure. I never held brand new pads or brand new brake setup for a car before.
Well, now you have.
There.
Right, YouTubers, we're going to stick them on and we'll show you.
Fantastic.
I mean, I've got AP Racing.
So that's how basically they'll go together. I guess they'll be threaded into that, and then they'll just come together. And I don't know if we'll have to do anything with these holes, but should they should bolt straight on?
Should bolt straight on, yeah. Now again, this is thing to be aware of. If you've just got standard suspension and stuff, they necessarily won't fit on straight away. You might have to do a bit of modifying. You do need. I mean, I've got coilovers and stuff on the front of this, so that's why they should fit straight on. But yeah, so what we'll do is once we get them on, I mean, I've got AP 4 pods at the front of the car already, but I'm just not happy enough with them. So we're going to stick these on, and once we stick them on, we'll turn on the camera. Or I might even turn on the camera as I'm doing it. Don't know. See how much of a laugh we're going to have.
Okay, YouTubers, see you very soon.
Now, as we can see, YouTubers, this is the brake setup I've got at the minute. These are actually designed for a 15-inch wheel, and the disc has been ground down that much, it's basically crap. So I'm converting it back to proper. Now, as you can see, I've got a Group 4 housing here as well, aluminium housing, so it's all for weight. But I might do another video on going through everything, because there's kind of a lot to talk about if you want to go through it. But basically, that's the setup I've got, and we're going to change it now to our new ones. As it turns out, they fit my wheels. So unlucky.
To my disappointment.
Unlucky, Brian. Like I said, these are Minotaur wheels, so they are actually a lot wider. They're cut out more at the back than a normal 13-inch wheel would be. So they do fit the wheel. That's good. Now, this is basically just to quickly show you how they actually fit. Now, again, depending on what setup we got, but this is a Group 4 bearing hub. So it's aluminium, so it's light, means it takes away the heat, and just basically lighter and stronger. That's why it's a Group 4 one. But basically, so this obviously goes in through to the shock, and that's obviously where the wheel bolts to. But to basically bolt the everything on the car, you get. That's why it's called a 3-piece brake kit, because you get a disc, you get a bell, and you get the caliper. A normal car, you just got one caliper, and it's all, one disc, and it's all completely solid in the middle. The reason for these is because they're a lot lighter. They don't have a big piece of metal in here. They have a small piece of aluminium, which is really light and strong. And yeah, so that basically makes it a lot lighter. It dissipates the heat better, and so of course lightness is the key. So basically what you do is, before you put this back on, this very simply bolts, 4 bolts to the back of this. As you can see, that's what happens then. And then, basically what happens also is, just give you an idea, we're not going to film it completely, but then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little bolts. So you've got 8 little nuts and bolts, which is in here. Bolts the disc onto the bell. The disc then, the bell bolts onto this, and that all bolts onto the car. So that's basically how it goes on, and obviously then the caliper sticks on to the side. So that's how disc and bells work. It's the same on most cars with 3-piece racing discs. And like I said, these discs are mega. They should hopefully put me through the window. And also, believe it or not, like we was saying, you know, it does make a difference on pads. Do you know, pads do really make a difference. If you go for the full-on racing pads, which these are, like Brian was explaining, they wear quicker. If you go for like,
and it also takes a longer time to heat up when you go.
Oh, that's another thing. You know, with these brakes and stuff, you do need to heat them up. You hear that on the likes of Formula 1
and more than likely, more than likely there'll be a lot of squeal, you know, whereas you know, always, you know, drivers will be warned about cold brakes, cold tires, you know. It's just one more thing to worry about. But when they do get going, they are supposed to be sensational, and I'm really anxious to find out how good they will be.
It is definitely worth remembering. If you put these on a road car, which you can basically do, but don't go, you know, they're not gonna, if you go straight off the bat, they're not gonna be very good, because they do take time to heat up. And if you're not pushing them all the time, they don't particularly work. These like to be reddened. These like to be reddened. You have to work these hard, because otherwise they won't come under the operation temperature. And like you also said, these do tend to squeak, so if these go past you, you'd swear that the car is having problems. But it's just how they are. So that's basically how the setup goes on 3-piece discs and pads and brakes and stuff like that. So yeah, we're going to stick these on, and then we'll bang the camera back on once we've done it. A man hard at work, YouTubers.
See, this is the third time, and I think this is right.
Yeah, that's the rule we've got in this garage. If you don't do things 3 times, you haven't got it right.
First time someone says that, you're joking, whatever, and then weeks go by, and you've done about, you know, for me anyway, I've done things over loads of times, and it's always 3 times, and even if it's the first time, I think it's right. No, I have to do it 2 more times to make sure it's right, you know.
Sexy, sexy brakes. Give you some idea what they look like on. Now, the wheel only just fits, hardly any room, which is good. So they are the biggest discs you can get under a 13-inch wheel. Lovely. Lovely. And not so lovely.
Take off.
Do your Jack impression.
Ah, my finger.
Jack never said that. Go on. Gals.
Feck. Ass. Gals. Drink. Ass. Feck. Drink. Ass. Feck. Gals.
I think we'll call it a day. Now basically, I just want to show you how these come together. I know we've kind of basically talked about it, but I just want to show you. You have a bell and a disc, and you have 8 bolts that go around. The bell has to fit on the disc a certain way. You can see the little cutouts for the little Allen head bolts, and the special little lock nuts behind it. And then basically you have a hub. Now this just happens to be a Group 4 hub, but you can get obviously ordinary ones. The idea of this one is a lot lighter than the metal ones or the cast ones, and it dissipates the heat a lot better, and the bearings are bigger inside, but that's basically it. So what you do then is put this on the floor, and the bell just literally turns around, lines up, all bolts in. Now be very careful when you tighten these, because you're tightening them to aluminium, so you know, don't use air guns or anything like that, otherwise you're going to get a shock. I'll hand tight these for a minute. And that's basically, as you can see, the disc and the hub, and it's still just extraordinarily light. I mean, there's just no weight to it, even with the hub on. And that's basically it. And obviously, your caliper bolts on here, and then you're ready to go. So I'm going to call it for this video now. I've got a few more things to do before I can properly put them on the car. I'm going to kind of leave this as like a part 1 and do a part 2 to these brakes. So yeah, look, I hope it helps. Thumbs up and subscribe. Don't forget to get your hands dirty. See you for the next one.